Daniel Mathuva is an ordained minister with Africa Evangelical Presbyterian Church. Africa Evangelical Presbyterian Church has its background from the United States, founded by Stanley Arms' father, Jack Arms, and Sandys Campbell in the early 50s is when they came as missionaries here. And in 1962, the mission splitted, and then they founded Africa Evangelical Presbyterian Church with World Presbyterian Mission. I'm not sure whether you have ever heard of that. Then later, I think the PCA, Presbyterian Church in America, took over the work that was being done by World Presbyterian Mission and became the mission station, changed its name to Mission to the World. So Daniel grew up with the missionaries and the mission guidance. We would go to the mission station. We were discipled. Personally, I was discipled by Stanley Arms, Paul Miners, and many other missionaries who were living close to us. So that's how I grew up. I received Christ as my personal savior. The Lord met me in 1979 when I was young as a youth person. And the Lord called me to his salvation, into the salvation through a verse in the book of Psalm 34, verse 8. Test and see that the Lord is good. I always remember that day. And that's how I received Christ. Christ rather met me and called me to salvation. Daniel Mathuva was called into ministry and was trained as a pastor. Got married, but the Lord took my wife to be with her in 2013. We were blessed with 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. And then I remarried in 2016. So to Lydia. So that's who I am in my background. At this point, Daniel Mathuva is doing church planting and working with Africa Evangelical Presbyterian Church. I have planted 9 churches and I am planting the 10th church. As I go ahead planning these churches, I would find myself training pastors or raising leaders within the churches. And I would take one to Bible college, introduce him to the presbytery, interviewed, and when he passes the exam and ordained, I will hand over the church to the minister. And I'll move on, either called to pastor a new church or go ahead and plant a new church. That's the ministry I've done for quite a number of years. So as time was moving on, I found myself that the Lord has given me a call to train leaders. In 2012, I met Don Mountain while I was in the United States. And because we knew each other earlier through Jack Arnold, then I asked him why he stopped coming to Kenya. But he told me that he doesn't have a partner. So we talked, and then I invited him to come. And since 2012, I started training with equipping leaders international as a volunteer lecturer or faculty. And I did all that. I would invite Don Mountain to come. Sometimes I'll do the ministry alone and go and train. And then within ELI, I have also trained another pastor who left and went to Baptist. And then I also took another one. I trained from Tanzania, who is now, actually today they finished a training with Stanley. His name is Festus. So I found myself training people and giving them ministry to continue. How did I engage myself with the ELI? As I said, I started 2012. And within my ministry, I have done Bachelor of Theology I've done Master of Arts, Christian Education, and now I'm supposed to have finished my PhD in Education, Leadership, and Administration. That is my major. So I am training within my area. 2019, it's when ELI started considering to have a national faculty. And since I had written to them to ask them why they would not have nationals, then they considered me to be full-time with them. So since 2019, ELI considered me to be a full-time faculty with them, with one condition. We will get you into this ministry, you serve with us, but you need to raise your own support. Everybody with ELI raises his own support. So I said, thank you. But would you please, brothers, introduce me to the other brothers who would help me raise support that I can be full-time to train. So that's how I started the ministry of raising partners with me. So 2019 passed, 2020, I was not doing anything because of partly COVID, but I would go to Tanzania once. 2021, I was not very much engaged because I didn't have funds, but I came to US and I was introduced to different brothers. And therefore, from there, I started now training. From here, so I do ministry, I train with another faculty member who in Dar es Salaam, and I have a ministry alone in Mwanza, Tanzania. I am now doing ministry in charge of Uganda in a place called Bale, and I am doing ministry to partners in Kenya. So I am a faculty project manager in 3 countries, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. So that's what I do. I am supposed to raise partners who will walk this journey with me, with a budget of this year alone being $30,000 US. So only this year, but because I'm seeing the work growing and I'm becoming full-time, probably the budget will grow slowly. So that is Daniel Mathuva. One, saved, love the Lord, with grown-up children, trained in church leadership and administration, working with the presbytery to plant churches. And right now in the church where I am, I'm identifying a young family and I'm discipling them slowly. So that in the future, I'll take them to Bible college if I will have money to do that. And then I'll hand over the church so that I remain full-time in training the leaders. That is Daniel Mathuva. Yes, this year I'm coming June to attend the General Assembly, PCA General Assembly in Birmingham, Alabama. And I will be attending in September. I will be in ELI conference. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak to you. I'm looking forward to meet you in the General Assembly, and any clarification you require from me, I am available.